name is Brian Wagner. People in bike circles know me as Safa. That's a nickname from my days as a bike messenger. I was a messenger for 16 years, and I spent 6 of those years working here in Mexico City. Mexico City was the first place I started riding a road bike, the first place I started racing outside of the messenger world. And the route we're doing today is actually one of the first places I ever competed in a road race. So I'm really happy to be back here to explore again with my friend Ana Puga. We're going to do one of the training rides I used to really enjoy.
Hey!
What's up? What's up?
So nice to see you. How are you?
I'm good, Ana. Great to see you.
So good to see you.
Yeah, we're back where I left off.
Yeah.
Finish of the last 3-day stage race I put on here.
The most epic 3 days of fixed gear riding in Mexico City.
That you won.
Yeah.
3 days of track bikes in the mountains.
I couldn't believe it that I could actually win it. It was so hard.
Well, I think everyone else could believe it. You're one of the strongest women I know.
Thank you. Thank you.
One of the best track bike riders and amazing at handling traffic in Mexico City.
Thanks. It's years of practice.
Yes. So yeah, today we're on a big loop, which I'm sure you've done. I've definitely done a few times.
Yeah.
Going up a Cusco, which is one of the most popular climbs in the city.
And one of the most beautiful ones.
All right, let's go get to it.
Let's go for it. More probably.
Okay.
We'll be out of this.
Little drink break. We're halfway up.
Yep.
We finally get to see Pico de Aguila, and this is where it kind of starts for me. This is no more towns, it's just dogs, empty roads, and a couple of ranches and houses, but this is really the most beautiful part of the climb. Yeah, it's just a lot quieter, so we made it through all the smog. I kind of congested just from that climb because there's so many fumes coming from buses, but that's just daily reality.
Every day.
Now this is where we get our clean air.
Yeah, so
keep going. Hola, ¿cómo estás?
One thing I like a lot about this route is like it's gentle to everyone, or as hard or as gentle as you need it to be. We just saw a couple of handicapped riders and the pro guy that just swooshed us by.
Yeah.
But we all have a story with Cusco, which this particular mountain, which is yours.
Yeah, I mean, this is where everybody that rides a bike in the city ends up coming because it's a great training ground. I remember coming up here, used to be on a track bike before I had a road bike.
Track bike.
Yeah, one gear.
No brakes, one gear.
I mean, the cool thing about the climbs in Mexico are they're all pretty consistent. They're long, but they're 4 or 5, 6%. Mm-hmm. So if you pick the right gear, you can do okay, and the bike's pretty light. Mm-hmm. So I started exploring the city. Cusco was one of the first climbs I used to go up, and then I ended up hearing about some hill climb races, which is another thing a lot of people do in Mexico City.
Yes.
And I would come out to the university at the bottom, there's a meetup, and then I'd race up and I'd get some podiums and beat some road riders because
on their own game.
I had a great gear and a light bike.
Yeah.
And I just loved climbing.
Nice.
And then the more and more I rode out the city and explored, the more I realized it's going to be a lot more fun and you go a lot further on a road bike. So I really started to look for a bike at that point.
Nice.
And some friends helped me out after about a year of being struggling for money and bike. I finally got one, and everything kind of changed from there.
I love the way the city just like shrinks in your hand.
Exactly.
When you get like.
Well, first the knowledge of the city totally opens up because you explore so much more of it, and then also everything becomes smaller because you can go further, and you just feel empowered.
Yeah.
Just the knowledge you have, the places you can go, and you're never lost in your own city. You've explored it by bike.
Absolutely. Hey.
Yeah, and it's a weekday, and we've seen quite a few cyclists up here. All sorts. Here's another cyclist. There's such a passion for cycling in Mexico City, and it's such a hard place to ride. The terrain.
Yeah.
the traffic, potholes, just everything thrown in. It's one of the hardest places I've ever ridden, and I've been all over the world.
Altitude is also making...
which I'm feeling right now. But yeah, and then there's just so many cyclists that make the effort and ride what they've got, do these huge climbs, and it's really inspiring to know that no matter how hard it is, people still want to ride bikes.
Yeah.
We're getting higher, I can feel it. We're at 3,000 meters now.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, 3,000.
That's something to celebrate. Alright, time for a little coffee or something?
Oh, absolutely.
Well, we made it to Vicky's, which is like the last stop on the way up to get food. Pretty well known with cyclists. I never used to really stop too often because I was always chasing someone or chasing a time. But today we've got some time.
Yeah.
And we've got a delicious pan de
Pan
Nutella
de queso con Nutella.
that you knew about, so you must have stopped here before.
Yeah, it's like the reason we're stopping here is this.
Okay. Yeah, I put on a lot of races here. It's always great. You often help me organize them. And then you always showed up to compete, you know, which is important because it's good to get women coming out to the races too. And it's kind of intimidating if there's only one or two of you. How long have you been racing in this city?
Racing since 2014, 15.
Okay.
So 8 years. It's a while.
And you've been riding for longer than that?
2012, 10 years.
Okay, 10 years. And there's just a lot more women now these days?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, you must be happy to see that. And
on a good race, we can find probably 30, 40 women on the start line. It's a lot.
A big change.
Yeah.
That's really cool to see.
Yeah.
And you're a big part of that, so you must be proud. And it's just nice to show up, I'm sure, and have women around.
Yeah. It's
My first time having one of these, so I'm looking
Enjoy.
forward to it. It's totally perfect fuel for the last part of the climb.
yeah. It's like a great reward. Green script.
And this is right before it starts to climb the last bit to the top of the circuit. It's a bunch of switchbacks.
The steepest 7 kilometers at the end, but the scenery is like the best.
Beautiful. Yeah,
Yeah.
Found her.
Yeah. So here she is. You might think you're in the middle of nowhere, and then you find a Virgen in the curve of the road.
Yeah, you see these all over the place. This is a special one.
Yeah.
Lots of candles and ofrendas.
Fresh ofrendas, lit candles, fresh flowers.
I think this is for protection on this crazy road.
Yeah, it might feel lonely, but it is not that lonely after you see it. And it's made for protection.
Protection from pothole. Because you get pretty lonely if you get a double pinch flat coming through.
Oh yeah.
section.
I mean, we have no signal, so
it's like you really need to be on your game when you're descending here in the state of Mexico. You're not going full speed like I do in the canyons in LA, but you really build your skills here because you can't afford a mistake. And as you see, the whole road is a pothole.
Yeah.
So you learn to ride lightly, smoothly, and jump a lot of stuff. So great skill builder. You're really fast. You're one of the best riders I know for bombing these hills, and it's just a testament to how good the local riders are here, because every day is dodging a million things.
Yeah, it's a third world talent to remember the potholes on your route, so it works.
Yeah.
It makes you really confident about what you're doing out there.
Well, maybe we should say a little prayer and keep going because it gets even worse further down here.
I know, so we'll ask for more protection.
Alrighty.
Woo! Woo! Man, you have tempo fail.
Trying to get a spare tube here because we're kind of flat on the way down that crazy descent. This is the local bike shop. We made it to La Marquesa. This is the final pit stop, final place to get a quesadilla. A lot of history here for people from Mexico City.
Yeah,
I know you've told me, other friends have told me, this is where you come as a kid. You got any memories from here?
On every Sunday, it was like a picnic and riding on these motorcycles and getting hurt, like crashing them.
Yeah, you're not the first person to tell me that crash these
Really?
motorbikes out here.
Yeah, I did. That was the first time I got really hurt. So.
Split me one of these.
Yeah.
Yeah. So now we come out here as cyclists. I think this is like this spot, probably the most best known spot if you come outside of the city for a day ride is La Marquesa.
Yeah, it's really friendly. It's really beautiful. It has pretty much everything.
It's pretty easy to get to. It's on the highway, which is a little weird, but that's part of riding here. So yeah, it's easy to navigate. Weather's nice and the food's good.
Yeah.
Here we are.
Yeah, plenty of food everywhere, and I mean it's just a great place to spend a chill day.
Yeah, from here we do a little descent and then we're back on the highway to last climb of the day, and then we bomb down through the caseta, which is the toll gate, which is a very Mexico City experience. I haven't done that anywhere else in the world. But and then it's just more and more traffic as we get back into the beast.
Yep.
Are you looking forward to that descent?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm feeling it. The elevation and the whole day's ride. I'm definitely ready to get back there.
Yeah, and it's getting chilly, so we better pace it
One more
up.
climb to go. We can do it. Let's do it.
Yeah.
We're about to cross the state line into Mexico City, and we're gonna bomb all the way to your friend's shop, Fina.
Yeah, that's the plan.
And it's Day of the Dead, afternoon. It's gonna be a little bit crazy in the city.
Yep. So we're expecting heavy traffic conditions
Exactly.
and a really fun ride.
Cool, man. All right, let's do it, Anna.
Let's do it.
Oi, sorry. Hey, haven't you seen enough potholes for one day? That was fun, it was flowing.
It was really flowing.
Yeah, not as bad as we thought.
Yeah. Cheers! It was an awesome day.
It was an amazing day.
Yeah.
And back in the city, back at Pino. Nice ride. Thank you very much
It was
for
awesome.
joining me.
Thank you very much.
That was a lot of fun riding back into the city. Easier than we thought.
Way easier.
No
It
traffic
was-
today for some reason.
I know. I expected like heavy traffic. It was a walk in the park.
Yeah, it's a big day out. I think we both really need a shower and some sleep.
I totally agree with that.
But yeah, so much to see in one day. You know, crazy city in the beginning, massive climb, countryside, the worst road in Mexico perhaps,
Yeah.
and a little town. We've seen it all. We had all the good food. Just really kind of a classic Mexico City loop.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah.
It was a great ride. It was a great day. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Ana.
Salud.